Okay, this is Don Prue with the Martial Arts Group, and I'm here to talk to you today about increasing your women enrollment. So I know a lot of schools, or I should say the majority of schools, women students make up the lowest percentage of their membership. And you know what? It doesn't have to be this way. It doesn't have to be low numbers. Maybe you won't surpass your other higher percentage segments, but you should be able to increase your women students. And I have a few schools in the martial arts group that are predominantly made up of women. So I know it can be done. And I have large women classes. I have a bunch of women that come in my adult classes, and I also have separate women classes, and they're filled. So I know it can be done. So let me tell you what I've done. I went out and talked to a bunch of martial arts group schools that I know that have a large percentage of women, and I said, "Hey, we all want more women in our classes. Where do we find these women?" So I asked them. They answered and gave me all kinds of great ideas. I have a bunch of great ideas, but today I'm going to talk to you about the top three ideas that were talked about the most from the most schools. So the first one is, very obvious once you hear it. It's you need to start dealing with hospitals. And hospitals are a great place because if it's a big hospital, they might have 1,000 women in the place, and a small one will have hundreds. So it's a great target rich environment, and hospitals are a good way to do it. So, and I've done this before, it's very effective. And I'm telling you, it's a must do. It's an easy way to get a bunch of women in your school. So what I was told, and I can't remember because it's been a long time ago since I initiated the hospital program, but what I was told from the schools that many of these hospitals have a department, well, maybe not a department, but a person that's in charge of creating activities for the hospital employees. So this person will set up different things and functions and try to create a good work environment. So what you would do is you would contact this person to set up your self-defense or fitness classes that you're going to run through the hospital. So if you call the hospital and they don't have that kind of person, maybe try the personnel department, or just keep asking, because somebody in that hospital will be in charge of approving this kind of program. They have them. So, and plus hospitals are very conscientious about personal self-defense for their employees. So now I've talked to many schools, and I really didn't get a clear cut answer. It's more like around a 50-50 response on which type of program, whether it was a self-defense program for the women or a fitness program, a martial arts based fitness program for the women, got the most students. So what I would say is set up both. So if you got this person and they're willing to do a program with you, do this time, and these sessions are going to be for self-defense, and we're also going to run a fitness program, and that's going to be a different time. So double exposure. So some women are going to not care about the self-defense, they're going to just want fitness, and some are going to care about the self-defense and could care less about the fitness. So it gives you a broader target for these women. So now what you need to do, and I say it all the time in all these different kind of programs, you have to be dynamic. You have to be on fire when you're out there. Because if you're not too many are going to sign up as full-time students at your school. So you have to be fun, exciting, and give good information so they feel like you are the best value out there and they want to come immediately and sign up at your school. So that's important. Now, with this, I talked about, well, do you do free classes or do you charge money? And I basically got more of another 50-50-ish kind of answer. Is some said, well, free, that's what I have, that's the way you get in. You want to give out free, so they're really receptive to taking you. And other schools said, bull crap. I charge money and I get just as big of a turnout when I charge, and it was around like $10 per class. It was like a per class fee. So it's nothing big, but if you can charge the $10 and 20 people come, that's $200 for that class. So it's a good fee to pay one of your black belts to go do for you, or you can do it yourself. But it works best if you are a woman or if you can get one of your female black belts to take over this class for you, because they'll be more relative to a woman, and it'll get you better response when moving them over to full-time students at your school. So maybe try the per class fee, and if the person's hem hawing at the hospital, just say, hey, look, I'm so confident that my program's great. I don't care. I don't need to get paid. I'll just do it for free and I'll show you the great value. And because the main thing is you want to get in the door. So it's great place, great opportunity. And once you get in the door, it's every single year. Every single year, you just call up the person, hey, it's time to go again. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. And there's so many women. Once these women get in, you can really get them. They're the easiest to bring a friend, at least in my experience. In my experience, for the women, students are my best bet when it comes to bring a friend programs. So that works out good. It's easy. You can do it. So now the next idea, and I've also done this one and I still do this one. The hospital one, I don't do so much anymore. A lot of these programs that I tell you about are to help out a growing school. I have so many students that might bring a friend, and different type of, the whole community knows, I've been doing this for so many years and I've done all these kind of programs. So the whole community knows that if you're going to take martial arts, you know, they come to me. So, but this one I still do all the time, and that's to create a relationship with the PTA or the PTO, Parent Teachers Association, Parent Teachers Organization. So, or there'll be some parent grouping at a school that help them out with the parents and information and raising money. So they're easy to develop a relationship. And guess what? There's tons of moms and women teachers there. And sometimes I hear, well, what about the men? Don't they get a program? Well, of course they do. And we're praying that they'd like to have us in for that, because it's more exposure for your school, more opportunity to get in front of people, and then sign them over to a full-time student. Now, let me give you a little a tip that I used in the beginning to create a relationship. Is almost all these PTAs, they have fundraising activities to try to raise money for their school. So what I did is I'll call up the school and say, hey, look, my name's Don Prue. I run the Martial Arts Center down the street. I just like to give back to the community. So I know that that you guys are always looking for ways to raise money for your school. I'd like to donate a bunch of free month memberships to my school for you to auction off, or to give away for prizes, however you see fit, that can help you. And I usually give 4, 6, something like that. Not that many, because you don't want to bring down the value of the program. So usually about 4. And those are great too, because those 4 people coming in, they're going to be full-time students. So it didn't cost me anything. They come in for a month. Who cares? I sign them. There's a free 4 students. But what it does, it creates a great relationship with a great place that has tons of parents and kids. Those are high target area that you want to get for your school. So you want to be involved with the schools around you. You want to be invited for demonstrations and do whatever you can to create a great relationship. And running these programs, you're in front of them, then boom, you create full-time students. A great opportunity. So you definitely want to do that. And the same thing kind of applies whether you're going to charge or do free. I usually like to do free for the PTA, but that's up to you. You can try both ways and see how that works out for you. It's a great place. And then the third one I've never done before, but it makes sense, is that a lot of these schools said they had success when they dealt with malls and big chain stores. So they go into the mall has a management company, they talk to the management company, and they offer, and they said they use almost everyone did free sessions with the malls and stuff because you have to deal with the management company and such. And the management companies seem to be very receptive to this because, there's a lot of crime that happens at malls, more than, most people ever hear about. So they would be very happy for the employees of all the stores that rent from them to have some kind of access to personal safety kind of classes. So they said that that's a pretty easy one to do, is dealing with that. And then with the chain stores like Marshalls or Target or whatever, Walmarts and those kind of things, is that you just talk to the store manager and they will usually work with you. And if they don't, just go to the next place because you will get some. And of course, all these places, the hospital, PTA, the malls, they'll all ask to see your liability insurance. And so you're in the martial arts group. That's why I'm talking to you. You have our insurance. So that'll be something simple. You can just call the gals at the office and boom, we'll get you a certificate out, or proof of insurance, and you can give it to whoever. So this works fantastic. It's something that you got to do. Now, it takes a little bit of work in the beginning. You have to create the relationship. You got to get on the phone. A lot of people have, they are killer black belts and stuff, but they have a low threshold of comfort zone where they don't want to call people and, but just do it, because the 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 little amount of work that you do now to create these relationships and get these programs started will last for years to come. God, at the beginning of the school year, it was a couple months in the school year, I had a couple of PTA parents call me saying, "Hey, Mr. Prue, when are we going to get the self-defense programs going?" Oh yeah, let's schedule that. So how fantastic is that? Is these are great marketing programs and people are calling me to do these programs. So they work and you need to do them. So a little bit of work now will pay big dividends for years to come, because after the first year of running this program, it's very simple to do it again the next year. So every single year, boom, boom, my women's class just keep on growing. And women are the best for bring a friend, because they're self-conscious or whatever reasons, who knows why, that they respond so much better to when I do my bring a friend program than anyone else. Is women like to be with their friends. Maybe they're more social. Who knows? I'm not trying to be biased or anything like that. It's just research over the years. They just bring more friends in. So build the women's class. You'll have rewards and benefits for years to come. So as always, I have to say you got to go do this, and good luck to your school, and we'll talk soon.